Happy New Year. I hope you have a blessed 2026, and in this video I'll be covering the best Nexus mods of 2025 for Baldur's Gate 3. There were 4,900 mods that got released on Nexus over the year, which is over 1,000 more that were on Mod.io. I did a video the other day where I broke down the top 300 mods on Mod.io, so you can check that out if you're curious. This video will be focusing on the Nexus exclusives that are only available on this platform. We got some pretty cool stuff though, including some custom companions, new level mods. We got Dragonborns that'll actually speak properly and have all the facial movements, custom titles, a bunch of cool outfits, and cut content and more. I first want to focus on this fully voiced custom companion here, Jason. So, incredible. This is the Candle in the Dark custom companion Jason Altea alpha release, so it is still a work in progress. Made by Magna Tuning here.
Fine fashion when I can afford it, and I sing sometimes too.
So yeah, a fully voiced wizard cowboy. This is a really cool mod, and there's a lot more coming with this. Now Jason has their own location in camp, 200 lines of dialogue. They approve and disapprove on certain actions, and they even have a couple cutscenes with more planned over the year. This is a very cool mod. I also want to highlight some other Magna Tunings mods because they have a lot of really great stuff, like having hope in the final endgame battle, or having more dialogue with Barkus Root. This one here allows you to take actually high quality pictures of your portraits for your characters, which are really cool if you come up with a bunch of different designs. It's nice to see them in a large size. They have voiced merchants, some prosthetics, less empty vases, and just quality life. Everything they put out is a really cool niche to it, and definitely worth checking out their mods. Now the Clansong mod, which just released the other day, is truly next level. This mod by Akelka blew me away when I first saw it, because it's something that Larian wasn't able to do. Get Dragonborns to actually talk and look presentable. And like, I honestly did not think that this would ever happen here. Akelka does have a full video on their YouTube, and I encourage you to check this out because it's super cool. Like, that is a Dragonborn version of Karlach, and there's Astarion there. Yeah, it's actually so cool to see this. And you know, if you've talked to any of the Dragonborns in the game, there's not many of them for this exact reason, because the mouths don't really move the way that the other models do. And this was a crazy huge project. And it actually works very well. The only issue right now is that kissing, obviously, with the Dragonborns having a much larger head, it does have a bit of issues, but I honestly am blown away by this. It's super well done. And here is a side-by-side, just so you can see, like, it's so amazing to see, like, the Dragonborn actually look proper with their mouth movements. This mod is also available on Mod.io. It just wasn't posted at the time of my last video, so I wasn't able to include it here, but it is honestly amazing. I highly encourage you to try out a full Dragonborn run. Next up is custom titles here by Adrian T 1978. So this is awesome because this lets you actually customize them and put different titles below your character's names. If you've seen Minsk or Jahara, you'll know that they have their own ones, and now you can make anyone have whatever you want. And what's even better is this is just a spell that you're going to use to be able to change all the names. Very, very nice. Now another mod that has a massive amount of content, the ultimate cut content restoration mod by Max Strength Wizard here. We'll just quickly go through some of the equipment here, but it adds in new weapon types that are from D&D that aren't in Baldur's Gate 3. You got like the Jolt Sparkler ring there. A lot of items that feel very well balanced within Baldur's Gate 3, and I definitely encourage checking this out if you're looking for like a new game plus enhanced playthrough of the game, because yeah, these weapons they feel like they were made by Larian, and I guess they kind of were. So this adds in slings, darts, 3 unused Githyanki half-blades, a breastplate, drow leather studded armor, 4 unused druidic armors. All standard items of the +2 variant that are only available at the very end of the game, oddly enough. Shield +2, the watch helmet, non-magical items, and then there's a bunch of weapons here, the rebound battle axe, bug fix. Yeah, there's so much going on with this mod, and it restores a lot of the cut content, or content that's just not well utilized within Baldur's Gate 3. And it even fixes the issue on one of my favorite items, the Trident of the Depths from the Myrmidon, and now actually lets humanoids use it properly. So lots of fixes and more upcoming stuff. Honestly amazing to see the scope of this project, and I may do a full-on video on it because there's just so much going on with that. Another awesome mod is the Small Heath Attire Suit Clothes Outfits by Myel Mods. Boy, we got Gale and Peaky Blinders. This is a very nice looking outfit here. It comes in 2 parts. You got the suit, and then you also have the accessory, the Heath and Hour here, which you can go without if you don't want it on your character. But honestly, I like the looks of this. It feels like a little tiny bit out of place in Baldur's Gate 3, obviously, but I think that this is very cool. And mods like this are exactly what modding is all about, adding in new flavors to the game. And yeah, I gotta say, the characters do look quite cool in these. Now, do you notice anything about these rocks? Do you know notice anything about the ground? Any of these textures look a little different? Well, That is the Vivid Landscapes all-in-one by Hein84, which makes some enhancements to the game's files. You can have these looking a lot more crisp and smooth. There's different options as well, and what's kind of funny is I was making some mods earlier today, and it actually changes the appearances in the toolkit, and it makes the ground look so much more nice in that. So yeah, this is just one of the best with adding in new ways. I guess just makes the game look a whole lot more pretty. These type of mods are kind of a staple in modding, and this one is a nice all-in-one, which does everything under the sun. So yeah, this is really nice. I am a huge fan of this. Now there's one thing that differentiate, well, many things that differentiate Divinity Original Sin 2 and Baldur's Gate 3, but one of the most notable is fire surfaces, which are honestly quite lackluster compared to ice in Baldur's Gate 3, and this mod here aims to fix that. The actual fire surface damage boost by Story Bitten Soul. If you've been playing Divinity Original Sin lately, you'll remember fire is very deadly, and it should be. Like, yeah, this just restores fire, makes it a little bit more powerful, makes it deal 1d4 to anything within, and causes the burning for the additional fire as well. Don't stand in fire. I like it because it just feels natural, and honestly, fire kind of has the short end of the stick. Lightning has lightning charges. Cold has this surfaces, frostbitten, encrusted with frost. Like, there's so many conditions for all those. Heat burns you. It's not really that great because it can break your concentration. So anything that can boost fire is good in my books. Now, this is a cool mod, the Deepspace Collection Volume 2. And Volume 1's great too. This is by One Eye Askew. And this has some really nice outfits. You would have seen it on my character here at the start. So you can see what these all look like, and makes the body look a little bit different, but these outfits are very crisp. There's some that, again, maybe a little bit out of, like, more like a cyberpunk kind of view, but yeah, I think that this is really nice. This is the outfit that I had of my character. And yeah, I gotta say, it makes my tiefling look pretty cool. So yeah, a lot of awesome outfits here. I think they did a great job just showing off everything that they got here. Some of them will feel kind of relevant to Baldur's Gate 3. Some of them won't, but hey, this is a big weapon or armor pack. I always appreciate when there's multiple fits inside of it. So this Deepspace Collection, number 1 and 2, both great mods. Next is a class mod that is on Mod.io, but I just want to touch on it because I completely forgot to talk about it yesterday. This is one of the coolest class mods, the Spellsmith, which you honestly are crafting, Lune there, you're honestly crafting your own spells with this mod because you're putting together multiple different types of elements and then they can confuse together and create different effects. Very unique way of playing. I will be doing a future video on this because there is so much going on with this mod. And one thing that's nice is they listed all their abilities out to level 20 here so you can get an idea of that. And with the Spellsmith, you get different elemental mastery, so you can unlock fire, which gives you different types of cantrips here, which again, you combine these together for powerful effects. You got water cantrips here doing cold damage, lightning ones, and earth abilities doing bludgeoning damage. Really fun class mod, and I will be doing a future video on this just because there's so much going on with this. Now, there's a lot of great cosmetic mods on Nexus. I actually think I have to do 2 parts of this video just because of all the great stuff that we got here. But Netherseam Head Presets by Alaria. This is a great one for body types 1 and 3. You can see the faces here. There's the Aisling one, which is what I got on my character right here. Very nice. And these look great in cutscenes as well. There's also the Iliera here, which that's the appearance that I have of my character right now. Nice stuff, honestly. And it's great because it got both body types 1 and 3 for whatever type of character you want to create. And we got the Cavalry now in Baldur's Gate 3 here. So this is a really cool mod. This is the Geralt Henry Cavill body type 2 and 4 mod by Suro DMG here. Yeah, enough said. This is actually a really cool looking head mod here. And there's a lot of great ones, but some of them sometimes just stand out. And this is one that does. I'm anticipating that there may be a Witcher 3 DLC maybe announced in 2026. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm stoked for Witcher 4. We'll have to wait and see what all happens there. But yeah, until then, you can use this mod. And I think their pictures illustrate this better than I could, so I'll just let them do the talking here. But yeah, they got the full collection here. You can use Vesnell's Hair Collection Pack 2 to make this happen. Yeah, so cool. Now, isn't this cool? We got our hair on fire. Yeah, this is possible. And this is made possible with the Flaming Hair Fire Hairstyles mod by Linearia. This is honestly so cool. I like anything that's, you know, a little different like this, and perfect for a tiefling if you want to have, you know, their entire hair on fire. Fits thematically, great for a fire theme playthrough. They have a lot of the greatest hairstyles in the base game, now with a bit of extra fiery a look to it. They even have Orans without the, one of my favorite base game of hairs without the metal crown. They have it with the crown, and then other ones here like Karlach's hair, the Bardic Inspiration one, which I really like. This one's great too, and Shadowheart with the braid. Next, we got another great head mod here. This is Bambi's Rosalie by Bambi009. And I'll show off their images here so you can get an idea what this looks like on a variety of different characters. I love this face mod. It's great. And honestly, all the Bambi stuff is fantastic. Definitely worth checking out. They also released Zafira here on a few days ago, right before the end of the year. Again, another great one. And here's their Liz head mod as well. Definitely check out Bambi's mods. We also got here the Z4HR4's Hot Heads, which brings a lot of new heads into the game. So here's the ZP Eris one, the Regia, the Rhea face mod. I think these are great. Celeste and Hera here. I think the Rhea face is my favorite. Got a bit of a stern looking shot. I guess Shadowheart's hair there is kind of influencing him, but yeah, looks great. And here's what the shots they took. So different body types and races there, so you get an idea of what they all look like. And I think that these are fantastic, and you can see the names there. If there's a certain one that you want to put on your Tav, you can just go ahead with that there. Looks great. I also want to mention Precious Little Ball Babes head mods here, because they got some great ones, and I'll go through their shots, because unfortunately with all the mods they got installed at the current moment, this one disappeared, but I've used it, and this is on Mod.io as well, but great stuff. And yeah, I like all their different head mods. They got a variety of them, and they're all great. I do have to mention this one here, Castra's Virtual Tav X Tattoo Makeup and Scar Extender by Astrolites. This is the Virtual Tav extension mod here, so yeah, it adds in a bunch of new options for your character creation, and you can see all the different facial customization. You got tattoos, makeup, additional tattoos, face glow, and you can customize the design color, make a metallic glow, and yeah, lots of great customization choices here that you can do a lot more with your characters. So if you like character creation, I'm going to do a full video on character creation mods, because this one there's a lot going on with it. Fully compatible with patch 8. It's a great one. Another one I use very frequently is Myky's Hairstyles. Honestly, Myky 24's mods in general are all amazing here. I'm a big fan of their accessories. They got their heads, tintable piercings, colors, and much more. They even recently added some more hair options here. So yeah, that just keeps extending. But Myky's Hairstyles, honestly, one that I can't stop using, because not only do you get all these awesome hairstyles, and some of them are like really nice, having these long hairstyles that not often come, but you also can add in like the accessories here, so you can add flowers to the mix, and then there's also extra bangs. And what's great about these is they add the highlights to your character, so you can get some very unique looking appearances going for your character. So yeah, all around great stuff. I really like all the different choices you get from these mods here. And another one that I want to highlight is the More Dreadlocs and Curly Hairstyles Volume 3 by Boo Boo Bull. This is awesome because I get a lot of comments in my videos asking for more hairstyles like this, and this delivers. Look at these. These are amazing. So I'm just going to go through and highlight their pictures. I think they did a fantastic job of showcasing what these look like and the characters that you can create. But honestly, this is really nice to see, and I recommend their other mods as well, because they got a lot of great stuff here to give yourself some unique appearances that you can't get without mods like this. Yeah, they got a lot of great outfits, hairstyles, and more, so definitely check out their mods. Now, this next mod I think you should absolutely download. It's called Absolutely. So yeah, this adds abs to your characters, and it fixes one of the most annoying problems that I have in photo mode. It's hard to give a nice thumbs up picture, which you notice in a lot of my pictures. I have to edit out all these veins on the hand, so this makes the characters more muscular, and I'm someone who's done bodybuilding shows in the past, so I appreciate they have a lot of good poses in Baldur's Gate 3's photo mode, actual bodybuilding poses, and it's perfect if you want to make your characters a bit more jacked. And you can see how this looks on some different characters as well here. So yeah, I think this is cool. There's other types of body mods as well out there. This is nice because you can also get ones for the companions here. And there's different versions of Attire if you want to have her white eyebrows there. So yeah, a bit more jacked. Astarion Gale, Karlach there. A little bit harder to notice on tieflings like my character here. You can notice on Lae'zel though. And there's Minthara a little bit more jacked, and Shadowheart as well. So yeah, it just gives them a bit more muscle mass. And next we got this awesome armor set here. Now, if you've played other Game of the Years, you may notice this helmet, or this armor, in particular for the helmet that comes with this as well. And here's Hoslow's armor. So it's Hoslow's armor edit, patch 7 by Badwitch69. This still works on patch 8, as you can see here. And yeah, I love this armor set. I think this looks super cool, and really nice armor here. So yeah, shout out to play Elden Ring. It's a great game. Also, extra shields updated by Badwitch69. Honestly, you can download anything by Badwitch69. You'll be impressed because their stuff's out of this world. This really nice shield is part of this mod here. And the other ones here, like my character has on their shield, there's normal versions and there's overpowered here. So if you like a balanced experience, you can go for that. You can see what that one there looks like. I love these shields. Shields are really sweet, especially if you use other mods that let you match the aesthetics. Like this kind of looks similar to what Hoslow's got there, minus the whips he normally uses. And yeah, there's 3 different designs for each of these here, coming with different colors. And there's a balanced and a super powerful version. There's also potion that lets you use versatile weapons with these. And Bad Witch also has a bunch of mods on Patreon, which you can check out too. Now, we also got the Markoheshkir Expanded mod here by Cahoots. I think it's really cool. My favorite item in the game. And this now lets you use Radiant versions. So this one here will give you additional radiant damage equal to proficiency plus 2 turns of radiating orbs when you deal damage with a spell. That's pretty strong, but fun. You also get Guiding Bolt and Sunbeam here. And then there's also a necrotic version, the Deathly Torrent, which inflicts 1 turn of Bone Chill, making the target not receive healing for a turn. And they also give you the Blight and Circle of Death spells, which are decent enough spells. Really cool stuff here, and definitely worth checking out because this enhances Markoheshkir. There's a few different mods like this, but this is just one that's simple and nice. Now, this is a big scope project. Restore more than 4,500 broken approvals by Lisa PB. Does exactly what it says. It now gives the proper approval and disapproval whenever guided. There's a lot of these approvals that just don't trigger in the base game. And there's mods like this on Mod.io as well. There's, this is just a big scope project that is really nice because, yeah, it just makes the game feel a bit more like it should. And next is a large project, the Transmog Enhanced Revamp by Gosu DRM. So Transmogs, there's been a few different ones here, and the original one is no longer maintained, which means this is a hero because it comes in, has some critical fixes, which causes any of the issues which would crash the game. Like for example, if you use Nirona and changed it to a different appearance in the camp, it would crash. Has some late game issues. This fixes a lot of these and just redesigns it from the ground up, makes it work proper. Now, there are a few limitations, but they're not really that major here, so this is honestly amazing. And it fixes a lot of the issues that the other transmogs have, which can be kind of game-breaking in a certain sense. So yeah, I love this mod. Definitely worth checking out. Another mod that's absolutely massive is Mazel's RangeFinder by Mazel23. This is a mod I'm going to do a full video on because I think that this is really cool because this will show you your range. There's other games, if you play things like Fire Emblem, that they do this. This now lets you see your attack range, your jump range, your safe jump range before you start to take damage. So yeah, they actually had a major update to this mod as well, which makes this work a little bit more smoothly too. I was talking with the creator and yeah, this is absolutely a next level mod. Again, I'm going to do a video breaking this all down because yeah, there's so much that's going on with this and I think more people should download this. One of the most underrated mods of 2025. Let me know if you want to see a video on like the most underrated mods too, as I recap the rest of this year. But this is seriously such a great mod. Now, this is an awesome one. Arideyya just released this right before the holidays. It was last updated today, but Snowfall Attire is great with one of my mods that I created, the College Winter Spirit Bard, because it's just some really nice, warm outfits. So here's my character and Shadowheart donning their nice wintry outfits. The cool thing is my character's wearing the dyeable version, which is normally black here. If you go to level up, it'll turn blue, but you can dye this however you want using dyes or modded dyes. And yeah, honestly, this is super cool for those that want like a wintry themed outfit and great for photo mode. Definitely recommend checking out the Faerun Fashionistas Mega Pack for photos because yeah, these all can combine together to make some really fun wintry themed stuff. Next up, we got the Shadows of the Gate by Gosh KO, which is really cool because this will now allow shadows, not the hedgehog, but actual shadows in areas that honestly should have shadows. So torches will now reflect things just like you see here. Yeah, I like this and it makes some of the different darker areas of the game feel more natural. Huge mod. I am a big fan of anything lighting related, and I think that this is very much worth the download. Another mod that this is one of the mods that I actually covered in the Mod.io version of this video. I want to talk about it again because this is such a nice quality life. The Waypoints Expanded adds in 1 to the Emerald Grove, so you no longer have to run through the gate. Kind of annoying. The Arcane Tower, inside Moonrise Towers as well. And then inside the Open Hand Temple, and my favorite, inside the House of Hope. These are just essential in my opinion if you're going through the game a second time, just to save you so many headaches of running through some of the more annoying areas. I love this, and I think this is one of the most underrated mods from 2025 as well. Hyperspace Tal, enough said. Astarion's Nightmare, restored from early access. They do have a bunch of mods on Mod.io as well, but they also have some that are just here. So this is restoring discussions about Astarion's Nightmare from early access. They do a great job of bringing some more content for all the characters we know and love. I also talked yesterday about the camp event overhaul. They got Origin Doc X edit here. so many cool choices and expands on the characters in Baldur's Gate 3 a lot more. So you got things like the Firestarter, Karlach Romance overhaul. I likely will have to do a video on all the different mods just to highlight these in more detail because they just got so many cool things here. Honestly, I could talk this past 20 minutes about their mods. That's how cool the stuff they make is. Hey, it's Jay from the future here. I was trying really hard here to get Kira's secret cow level to work. My game unfortunately crashed, and yeah, there's 3 hidden items here. This is a really cool mod though, and I want to talk about it briefly here before I'll likely have to do a future video on this. It's getting very late here, and this video took a lot longer than I was expecting it to, but here's the 3 locations here, which takes you to this new location where you can fight these big cow men. And yeah, this is actually very, very cool. This mod was made by 4Kira May, and they actually share this in my Discord server, and I want to thank them for that. Working on, again, I'll do a video on this in the future, but I just want to highlight this here. And for the last mod, I want to highlight my mod here, the College of Winter Spirit. I've talked about this a little bit, or a lot so far, but I just want to highlight this for those that don't know. I made a full ice-themed spellcaster bard that can also do like weapon attacks and a bit of range attack. It's the master or jack of all trades, 33 different cold damage spell and actions. It's strong, but I honestly still think that the Sword Bard Paladin is stronger than this. So yeah, I try to balance it around being a great powerful option, but not too powerful because of VFX and a bunch of other things here. There's 6-7 different summons, and yeah, lots of awesome stuff to check out. I may have to do a second version of this because there are so many Nexus mods to talk about. A lot of great stuff here, and yeah, this video ended up taking a few more hours than I thought it would, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you did enjoy. And my next mod will be coming out within the next couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. Have a great day. We'll catch you all in the next one.